Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm part of the customer success team here at Coda. Migrating your workspace, meaning folders, files, spreadsheets, and more, from Quip to Coda can be a breeze. In this video, I'll walk you through that process. We'll start with a quick overview of the key differences between Quip and Coda. Then explore how to use the Quip Importer in Coda. And finally, I'll lay out next steps to ensure you and your team are set up for success. Now, there are a few key differences between Quip and Coda that are worth mentioning, so let's dive in. The first thing we want to talk about are naming conventions. The hierarchy of how your documents and folders are grouped differs slightly between Quip and Coda. In Quip, the highest level of organization is a folder. Folders don't contain information themselves, they simply group files. Coda, on the other hand, is a bit more flexible. Your top level objects are documents, and within those documents, you'll create pages. Now, here is where it gets fun. Within those pages, you can create subpages, even sub-subpages, and so on, as deeply nested as you really need. Now, why is this important? When you import your Quip folders to Coda, it becomes a new Coda document, and the files inside will translate into pages and subpages. The nesting structure you had in Quip will remain intact, but how you refer to it in Coda will be slightly different. Another key callout is that Quip spreadsheets will import into Coda as grids within a page. The structure will remain the same. Pro tip here though, and it'd be something to think on during your migration. Coda has a tables feature that differs visually from grids, but packs a lot more capability under the hood. Tables can be used to sort, filter, automate, and integrate with packs, which are our version of integrations. They can also be referenced in other pages throughout your document. It might be that replacing your grids with coded tables addresses pain points or limitations that you had with your old spreadsheets. One final difference worth mentioning in this video are live apps. Quip and Coda each offer interactive elements, but they're not one-to-one matches. If you use Quip live apps like the calendar, the Kanban, the polls, Jira, progress bars, or Salesforce integrations, those may need to be rebuilt using Coda packs or other features within Coda. If your import includes items like these, Coda will automatically flag them and offer suggestions during the import process. These are high-level differences, but you'll find all specifics you need in our Quip Importer resource guide. All right, let's jump into Coda. Start by signing into Coda and opening a new document. Pro tip, give your document a name. This helps you stay organized and avoid a new workspace that's full of documents titled Untitled. That gets messy quick. Next, turn your attention to the upper right-hand corner of your Coda window. Select the insert icon, then search Quip. Select the Quip Importer pictured here. When you're ready, select Import from Quip, then select Connect Account. If you've previously logged into Quip from Coda, you can select your previous login here, or select Add New Account. In order to connect a Quip account, you'll need an API access token. Select the hyperlink pictured here to get that. Then log into Quip. Once logged in, you can select Get Personal Access Token pictured here. Then copy the API access token from Quip and paste it into the Coda field pictured here. Once pasted, select Continue. Once successful, you will have the option to import either specific pages via a Quip link or by browsing your Quip folders. Insert the individual Quip links or just select the entire folder to begin the actual import. Once your items are selected, select Next. Then confirm your import selections by reviewing them and select Confirm. Depending on how many items you selected, it might take a few minutes to complete your import. Once complete, you'll receive a notification that your import is ready. By default, your import includes a page titled README Import Next Steps. This guide outlines the next steps to help your Quip files transition to their new Coda home. Import fixes are key, specifically. I mentioned some items like spreadsheets and live apps don't translate one-to-one from Quip to Coda, so depending on what you're importing, some actions will be required to get completely up and running. Select Import Fixes to review a table with the individual elements, columns, live apps, and more that require your attention. Running into issues here? We've got you. In the written guide, we'll walk you through where and how to make fixes and provide additional documentation on Coda Packs, our version of live apps. That will level up your documents, processes, and more.